An important day for prosecutors in the Stacey Castor murder trial as they near the end of their case. Castor is accused of poisoning her husband back in 2005 and trying to kill her daughter 2 years later to cover up the crime. Today, jurors heard about a will prosecutors say Stacey Castor forged in order to inherit her dead husband's estate. This handwriting analyst says the signature is not an exact match to David Castor's. A friend of Stacey Castor also took the stand, and she admitted to lying about seeing David Castor sign his will. The country's top office printer equipment analyst told the judge and the jury that the suicide note found in Ashley Wallace's bedroom came from the printer connected to Stacey Castor's home computer. Jeff Kulikowski is covering the trial for us. Jeff, prosecutors spent a good deal of time on those signatures. Well, to the untrained eye, they look very similar.
Yeah, to all of us they do. They did to me in court as well, but that's why they called in a handwriting expert from the crime lab. And we're going to take a look at them just a little bit closer to show you. There were two signatures on the bottom that are known signatures of David Castor. The one on the top is the one that came from that will that's in question. So look at the first D in David, for instance. Wisby showed how the D in the known signature has a smooth, rounded motion to it. But the D in question, again, the one on the right, look right there where the arrow is. He says it straightens out. He says the forger had difficulty mimicking the fluency and speed that somebody would normally have, and in this case, David Castor, when they actually sign their name. Now let's take a look at the C in Castor in the last name there. The known signature has a smooth line, as you see the arrow on the left, but the one in question starts to waver just a little bit right there in the middle. They're very small things that he pointed out there, but certainly to him, ones that prove that one is a forgery on the will.
And even though your signature is not the same every single time, certain things should be the same.
Exactly.
All right. Yep. Well, we also heard from that printer expert telling the jury that the suicide note came from the Dell printer in Stacey Castor's home. Well, since Ashley Wallace and Stacey Castor both lived in the same home, what does that really prove? Because Stacey says it was Ashley who wrote the note.
It's a case here where you have to start putting, the jurors will have to start putting the pieces together from the testimony that they've heard throughout. It really ties together other witness evidence and testimony that points toward Ashley Wallace not being at home at the time when that letter, that note, may have been printed out, and prosecutors say that points right to Stacey Castor then.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Now, the trial is taking a break for the rest of the week, but will start up again on Monday. You can watch live coverage of the Stacey Castor trial on our digital channel 9.2, Time Warner Cable 890, when it begins again next week.